All right, thanks, Eddie. Hi, I'm Adam from Hike Right. So at Hike Right, we make outdoor apparel and equipment that is functional, fashionable, eco-friendly, and affordable. So when I moved to Taiwan in 2014, I was really into landscape photography. So really quickly, I fell in love with the mountains here in Taiwan, but I didn't fall in love with hiking. I was always very uncomfortable, and I basically would just suffer through the hike so I could get to where the beautiful viewpoint was so I could take a picture. And then around 2018, I had the opportunity to go to Switzerland on a 14-day hike. And I knew that I was going to need some better equipment to get through it. So I went out to the store, and then I was blown away at how expensive everything was. And honestly, I couldn't afford it. So instead, I rocked over to Decathlon, bought a bunch of gear, thought it would be good enough, and it wasn't. So on the second day of my 14-day trip, it's completely miserable. And I knew there's no way I was going to be able to finish the trip like this. So when I made it to the next town, I sought out a hiking store. I basically just went in with my credit card, and I was like, please help me. I'm miserable. I need some help. And $2,000 later, I had been helped. And at first, it seemed like a lot, but I'm really glad that I did this because at that point, everything started to change for me. I was no longer uncomfortable. I was no longer miserable. And I was really enjoying the hiking process. And it was at this point that the idea for a company started to come to me because I thought surely there's a lot of other people like me out there who are missing out on this because of uncomfortableness or just inaccessibility in the market. And so for the next 2.5 years, I spent time researching, testing products through which I covered about 2,000 miles of hiking trails from America to the Himalayas to Taiwan. And then in 2021, I finally brought all of this stuff together and I founded Hike Right. And so in the midst of all of this, the COVID pandemic hit. And one of the things that happened during COVID is it caused a lot of us to rethink our life, and especially around our work-life balance. And lockdowns and restrictions kind of pushed more people outside. And as a result of that, that means more people are spending money on outdoor products. And so the global outdoor market is a huge one. Just the outdoor apparel market by itself is expected to surpass 21 billion US by 2027. And the entire outdoor product market is expected to pass 70 billion US by 2028, right? Then if you look at the Asian market is growing at 3 times the rate of the international market. And Asia represents nearly 40% of all new market growth in the outdoor market. So that if you zoom in a little further and we look at Taiwan, hiking is clearly the #1 outdoor activity here on the island. It makes up nearly half of all outdoor activities of Taiwanese. And so according to the National Statistics Bureau, 33% of Taiwanese report that they hike on a regular basis. And 15% say they spend at least 15,000 NT or more annually on outdoor and hiking products. So if you put all the numbers together, we're looking at a market somewhere around 30 billion NT spent annually on outdoor products. Right? Since 2018, we've seen a 23% rise in online shopping to the point which nearly half of all purchases are now made online. And 67% of these shoppers are now saying that sustainability is a significant factor in deciding which products to buy and which brands to support. And 35% say they're actually willing to pay more for products if they're sustainable. So here in Taiwan, there are 3 major consumer problems that we're looking to solve. One is the extremely high cost of high-quality outdoor products here in Taiwan, most of which end up being imported, so we're looking at costs of 30 to 50% higher when the whole process is said and done. And there's also a real lack of domestic alternatives to these large international companies that are selling outdoor gear here in Taiwan. And of the few companies like myself that are here producing in Taiwan, almost none are doing this from a sustainable approach. And so our solution is the direct-to-consumer model, which allows us to produce the same quality gear, but do it at a more affordable price. Products that are made in Taiwan, addressing the domestic alternatives, And we're doing all of this from an eco-first approach. So we have zero plastic packaging. We are working to use recycled fabrics. And we are even down to the electricity usage, in our facility. Everything we're doing, we're trying to do to reduce our footprint throughout this process. So where are we in the process? I founded Hike-Right in July of 2021. In September, we launched our first product, which was merino wool hiking underwear. By May of this year, we were up to 7 products available for purchase. This summer, we had a successful crowdfunding campaign for our ultralight sleeping bag. And then in September of this year, we've met our sustainable packaging goals. And then October of this year, we began production on our first product that was 100% made here in Taiwan. And by Q1 of next year, it's our plan that all of our future apparel products are made locally here in Taiwan with the use of sustainable fabrics. Okay, so our current product lineup consists of our Ascent and Lowline leggings, our ultralight hiking shorts, men's and women's merino underwear, and our ultralight sleeping bag. Okay, our year-to-date sales are around 750,000 NT. We're operating around a 50% profit margin, and month over month, we're showing pretty steady growth, which we're happy with. Okay, over the next few years, we are planning expansion through our growth through expansion of our product line, entrance into new market sectors, and growth into international markets. And we expect that by 2026, we can surpass 100 million NT in sales. Okay? So to help see this vision through, we are seeking 5 million NT in initial investments, but we're also seeking any meaningful partnership with individuals or organizations that share in our vision. Okay? So we'd like to invite you all to join us in making a better product and ultimately making a better Taiwan. Thank you.